Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player, she's a phenomenon. From her early days in Iowa to becoming one of the most electrifying talents in the WNBA, she has redefined what's possible on the court. Her ability to drain three-pointers from impossible distances, orchestrate plays with pinpoint accuracy, and dominate in high-pressure moments has made her a household name. But how did she get here? What made her the unstoppable force she is today? Born on January 22, 2002, in Des Moines, Iowa, Caitlin Clark was destined for greatness. Growing up in a sports-loving family, she was surrounded by competition from an early age. Her father, Brent, played basketball and baseball, and her brothers pushed her to keep up. As a kid, she wasn't just playing basketball, she was playing everything. Soccer, volleyball, softball, tennis, you name it, she did it. But basketball was different. It was her passion, her obsession, and it didn't take long for people to notice that she wasn't just good. She was special. By the time she was 5, she was already playing in boys' leagues because there weren't enough opportunities for girls her age. That was just the beginning. High school was where the legend started to take shape. At Dowling Catholic High, school in West Des Moines, Clark didn't just play, she dominated. Scoring 60 points in a single game as a junior was just one of the many jaw-dropping moments that had recruiters and fans buzzing. By the time she graduated in 2020, she had scored over 2,500 career points, earned the title of Miss Iowa Basketball, and was ranked among the top players in the country. But she wasn't just a high school star. She was already making a name for herself on the international stage, winning gold medals with Team USA and proving she could shine against the best young talent in the world. When it came time to choose a college, Clark could have gone anywhere, but she chose to stay close to home, committing to the University of Iowa. That decision turned out to be historic. Right from her freshman season, she was putting up numbers that didn't seem real, averaging 26.6 points and 7.1 assists per game while leading the entire nation in scoring. That was just the start. By her sophomore year, she was making history, becoming the first player in NCAA Division I history, men's or women's, to lead in both points and assists. Every game was a show, every shot a highlight. And then came the championships. During her junior season, Clark led Iowa to its first ever national championship game. That game wasn't just about the title. It was about changing the sport. Nearly 10 million people tuned in, making it the most watched women's basketball game ever. The following season, she did the unthinkable, breaking the NCAA Division I all-time scoring record with over 3,667 points, surpassing a record that had stood for decades. The impact was undeniable. Iowa's games were selling out, attendance, records were shattered, and suddenly, women's basketball was getting the attention it had always deserved. The hype didn't stop at the college level. When Clark declared for the 2024 WNBA draft, the excitement was off the charts. As expected, she was selected first overall by the Indiana Fever. From day one in the WNBA, she proved she belonged. Winning Rookie of the Year, making the All-WNBA first team, and setting records for scoring and assists in her first season, Clark was doing things that had never been seen before. But it wasn't just about her stats. Her presence alone was transforming the league. The Indiana Fever saw record-breaking attendance, TV ratings soared, and arenas were packed whenever she played. Clark's influence goes beyond her scoring ability. She has changed the way people see the game. Some compare her deep-range shooting to Stephen Curry, while others say she's redefining the point guard position entirely. But one thing is clear. She's inspiring a new generation of players and fans. Young girls are picking up basketballs, trying to shoot from the logo, and believing that they too can be the next big thing. Off the court, Clark remains humble and grounded. A strong family connection, a dedication to her studies, and a passion for giving back define who she is outside of basketball. She graduated with a degree in marketing while maintaining a high GPA, showing that she excels in everything she does. She's also a huge sports fan, following teams like the Chicago Cubs and Kansas City Chiefs, and even competing in golf tournaments with professionals. No matter how big her name gets, she stays true to her roots. Caitlin Clark's story is far from over. She's already made history, but there's so much more ahead. More records to break, more championships to chase, and more young athletes to inspire. She's not just a player. She's a movement. And the best part? She's just getting started.